Okay, we're going to have a little break coming up this next week. So that means I need to do something so you remember me. Kathy's rolling her eyes, I know. Okay, so what do? I have my weight vest on, okay? I'm not taking my weight vest on the plane, so I'm gonna do weight vest part of the time today anyway. So with that in mind, here, and then I'm gonna mimic what you might do. So I'm gonna put my little walking poles down, but if you do elect to ever use a weight vest, I'm saying this for people that are gonna be pulling this up and they maybe don't come on regularly and this is the only one they pull up. I'm gonna put weight vest workout. The first thing you gotta know is the minute you put a weight vest on, mine has, this is about 20 pounds. A backpack, I don't care if it's 10 pounds. The minute you have a backpack on you, this is what you're gonna wanna do. See, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying avoid that. How do you avoid it? Same way as we line up every single time I get on here. Drop my shoulders, breaths, and then pull up the rib cage, okay? That will give you an extension in your back, okay? And then a walking pole. In here, you know, any kind of a dowel of any sorts. But the minute you take a step, be very conscious of how you're hitting the ground. When you've added 20 pounds to your frame, like in 1 second. So you have to be mindful of that. So you see what I'm doing? I've got my little walking pole. And if you're just walking with no weight, that's fine. You might not have to use a walking pole. You know what I want you to do? I want you to come over here and you just put a gentle weight. And you just put it right here. So see, I'm gonna work with my vest because I have it here and I can. And you're gonna work with weights. So right now, I just added to this load that I'm walking around this room in, I just added 12 pounds because I have a 6 pound and a 6 pound. And I'm just hanging on to it right here. And I'm doing the very same cautions that I would tell anybody that put a weight vest on. So when you step, and see, I have this anchored right here, and I'm walking, not fast, but I'm going front to back. I'm staying in a normal width of walking, okay? And I'm really working at that propensity that I have because I have one leg shorter than the other of wobbling when I'm walking. And how do I do that? I drop my center of gravity in general, okay? Because I want to engage my muscles. So I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna give my foot the opportunity to do the rolling action that a normal foot, a healthy foot placement in just walking. You have to roll from the back of your foot. It rolls and then it goes diagonally so that you're pushing off the ball of the foot, so to speak. That's how walking is. And so when you put, so some of you may have chosen because you don't have a weight vest and you're saying, well, I want to put, I want to go ahead and put more weight. That's fine. You can walk around with no weight, but be very mindful of how you're walking. Number one, breathe through your nose. Number two, think about how that foot is going heel up to the front in a rolling action. Keep your elbows down, drop your shoulders, take a big breath again through your nose. Be careful how you're backing up and then slow down. You don't have to do this fast right now. We're gonna do some stuff fast on today's workout, but right now I'm just walking front to back. And while I'm doing this, I added poundage in the form of a weight vest and free weights right here. Keep my elbows down, keep my shoulders down, then I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna do my step pattern. So I'm gonna go tap, I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna go tap, I'm gonna bring it in. Okay, I gave a talk last night and I did this. This is one of the moves that I was trying to get this whole room to do. And the very first thing I noticed is I was doing this, okay? And you may be doing this, but some of you are not. You know what you're doing? You're leaning in, number one, because you have a weight here. And number two, you are shifting. And we'll do that sometime, but right now I'm trying to get you to do a one-legged balance without telling you that, okay? So I have to say rib cage up, drop those shoulders, tap, and the trick is to not shift, which is what everybody wants to do. You tap. That will force you into a stability stance, okay? Now, when you tap, you don't have to use your tap hard, meaning don't press hard, just tap. And then do light little taps. And when you do that, you got to unlock your knee right there. So I'm tightening in my tummy. I'm doing these side tappings because I'm forcing myself to, with all this weight on me, to do a single leg stance. I don't care if it's even for a split second. This is a positive. Take a big breath through your nose. Bend that knee just a little. Bring it in. Okay, get ready. So see, you're shifting in your mind. You have to think about it. Then you have to translate that to putting the weight in that leg. See how I'm doing this tapping? And you don't really lift your leg. It's your foot. You bend at the ankle. So you bend at the ankle to bring that toe up. And then if you can, of course, hang out there for just a little bit longer. And then put it back. Take a breath. Say rib cage up. Okay, soften. Get ready to bring that leg out in the tap. Now hold balance and bring the toe up. Just bring the toe up. You don't have to move from your hip. Just bring your toe up. Keep your knee soft. Keep trying to bring your toe up just a little bit longer. And then bring it in when you want to bring it in. That's a positive, okay? One more on each side. Here we go. So I'm right here. But of course, when you've only got, you know, they gave me 15 minutes. A little bit of time. You can't go around correcting everybody. You just have to appeal that they will think what they're doing. But some of them, unless you're right there on them, some of them were doing this the whole time. The whole time. They would just shift. They could not understand to stay into one leg. So I'm just telling you that if sometimes you only have time to do this front to back walking that I've done in the warm up with weight and get to the point where you actually do the one-legged tap, hey, you're going to be farther ahead of the curve by doing this and then progressively trying to hold that toe up a little longer and a little longer and a little longer. And yeah, you're going to have to try to balance. It's going to try to pull you off. That's the whole point in doing one-legged stances. Right there. Breath. Right there. Breath. Breath. Woo. Now, bring those weights down. Yes. Come back. Take a big deep breath. Come right in here. Okay, just like that. Bring it right here to your leg. So I've got my hands turned at a 45-degree angle almost. Okay, it's not straight on like this. Okay, it's right out here. It's not right. It's not like a hammer curl. It's right here. Okay, So when I bring these up, and again, these are light weights for me, you're just gonna keep your elbows in. So that's the biggest thing I want you to do right now is keep your elbows in, pull the weights, tap, brace, take a big breath through your nose, keep your elbows in, come back down. Here we go. Tap back like you were gonna do a lunge, but don't do a lunge, okay? Tap back like you're gonna do a lunge. So that means drop your heel. I didn't drop the knee yet. I just want you to get used to tapping back. Put your heel down. While you do this task of a 45-degree angle with your hands, keeping your elbows in, and then come back. Okay, take a big breath. Drop your shoulders, rib cage up, and I'm gonna tap and go back. Then I'm gonna put my heel down, okay? And I'm gonna do this 45-degree pull. See that? So I'm letting them come down, then I'm pulling them back in. Take a big breath, and then come back up. So what have we done? We've done the beginning of the backward lunge that you want to always be able to execute, okay? Sometimes you want to be able to do it with no weight and just have a pole. So let's start with a pole. So I still have my weight vest on, but I put my weights down, okay? So I'm going to step right into that back lunge. And so far, all I had you do was step back and put your heel down, right? So now say rib cage up. And there is value in staying up as you bend that knee down. And there's value in letting yourself lean, but keeping your chin tucked, staying in neutral posture, have my pole, and my knee goes out over my toe a little. Yes, that is going to elicit some really good strength work right here. So of course, when I do this move, and I'm going to keep encouraging you, that if you want to keep your muscles and you want to keep your bones, this is one of the ways to get your muscles to get that response of load. Put a weight vest on. Put a backpack on that you can cinch around your waist so it doesn't shift all over the place. So I'm bracing my tummy right now, dropping my shoulders, and I'm bringing that back knee down. I have my pole here. It could be a chair, it could be a wall, it could be a counter. But as I go down, I'm letting myself lean, do a lean out. I call it a lean out as I come down into that lunge. The deeper you go, the more your knee will come out over the toe, which is perfectly fine, especially if you don't feel pain in your knee. Where are you going to feel it? The muscle above the knee. Yes, because that's what we want. Okay, so rib cage up, bend that back knee. See, I went to the heel, bend the back knee. Here's my little pole. Okay, I don't use it heavily, it's just there. Bring that knee down. Go ahead and keep that chin tucked. Come down as low as you feel you can go, and then come back by pushing right here. That's how I want you to come back. Take a big breath, push yourself back up. So you should be just getting a little fry right here, okay? And I might add right here. So here we go. I'm leaning out, keeping my chin tucked. I'm bending that knee, rib cage up. I'm going as far down as I possibly can go. And then I'm gonna push up with this leg. Yes, that's what I wanna do. I wanna feel a little bit of a fry starting right here. Little heat right here. That's why you gotta persist in doing a weighted backward stance. You can use your body weight, fine. I have a weight vest, fine, or you can use weights as we had them in the beginning. You can hold on to them right here, okay? So here I am. I'm gonna take the other leg and put it back, okay? So I'm gonna go back here, and now this one's in front. And we're pretty good now with stepping back, putting the heel down. That's number one. Number two, rib cage up, keeping the shoulders down. Chin is tucked so that if I came into your room and you were standing here, I could see my ear over my shoulder, over my hip bone. See that? And it drops right down. See that? Okay. When I start to bend and I want to go ahead and lean out, so sometimes we stay upright. I want to lean out. My rib cage is up. I'm going to rotate through the foot in the back. I'm going to get that knee pointing down. And you see my knee is going out a bit over the toe. And I'm feeling it here. So this is my hip replace side. Okay. I want to feel it here. So don't round your back, whatever you do. Keep pushing that knee in the back down as you point forward over the toe with your knee. Then come up. And when you come up, squeeze and squeeze. Take a big deep breath. Shoulders down, rib cage up. Start to lean as the knee goes down in the back. Take a big deep breath through the nose. Hold it there and then come up with this leg. You got it? Then come in. I just did two right now. We're going to do some of these a little differently in just a minute. So we have the backward lunge. Yes. The backward lunge. Yes. And we went ahead and put the knee down this time. So now I'm going to bring my pole right here. And I can use it if I want to. Or I'll be at a wall. Or I'll be where my chair is. Whatever you need to do to be safe. Okay? So now, again, I'm in a neutral stance with my back. I'm going to put one leg here and I'm going to go out here. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to go out here. Remember we did this, correct? So here's what I want. I want for anybody coming in to my class to know the difference between shifting and just doing a side leg move, an adductor abductor move. This is an adductor abductor move with weight load centrally. See this? So I'm doing a little knee bend. So now I'm not bending forward. Now I'm staying rib cage up. I'm just stepping out here and I'm going to bring that toe up. And I'm going to try not to use the bar unless I need it. And then I'm going to come back. Okay? Now, you could do this with a leg weight. See, any of these moves that I'm doing, if you wanted to do, you want the tutorial on postural lineup, which is what I do almost every move. You want all that, but you can go a little harder. Great. Put your weight vest on, put a backpack on, or hold weight in your hands, okay? Or put a weight around your ankle, right here. This is one of our foundational moves, right here, with a weight on the ankle. And then work with your ankle. See, it's a point flex, and then I try to do it with no pole. Try not to overlean. I still have my weight vest on. So if you just did these, okay, you're going to lay the foundation for some moves that we're going to do in just a minute. So now I want you to do kind of like treading grapes, okay? So let me just tell you, this would be a classic move to do the whole 2 minutes. If you really have taken the challenge that I have given of moving for 2 stinking little minutes, about every 30 minutes through your day. See, I'm not doing this super fast. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, forward. I'm going 1, 2, 3, back. And every single time I go forward, when I get ready to go back, guess what I do? Postural cueing to pull up my rib cage, to drop my shoulders, to keep my chin tucked. And as I'm doing this, I might add, one of the things I've changed myself personally on some of these sessions with you guys is I've increasingly gone to a flatter, less pillows in my shoe. I'll still use the other ones sometimes if I feel I need the support, but this is a very flat shoe. I'm being very conscious about how I'm doing this little piston move, okay, this little march. And every time I go forward, I say rib cage up, brace my tummy, take a breath, drop my chin. Yeah, every time. So I'm really being conscious of how my foot is hitting the floor, okay? And I'm keeping my hips, my knees, my ankles flexible, moving, not locked, okay? Now I'm gonna step out. So this is just like a skating move, okay? So now I am shifting back and forth, back and forth. This is a great recovery, and it's a nice little skating move. You can do it with a pole or not. You can keep your leg very low and just do a quick tap like this, see? Or you can bring it up and really step out. That's your choice. Your choice, totally. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Now I'm sliding backwards. So every time I take a step, I go back another couple inches, okay? Big breath through the nose, rib cage up. Now I come forward, okay? Come forward, come forward, come forward. Then I walk back and I step back. Roll the heel down, bring it back up, step back, roll the heel down. Still have my bar, and either body weight or whatever that you put on, you can carry a weight right now. You can put these, you can hold on to these, because I'm just working myself backwards on some of these moves, okay? So I step back, roll my heel down. Believe it or not, the more times you can do this gentle stepping back, rolling into the heel, the better you prepare and help foot mobility, ankle mobility, because you're addressing a tight lower leg as it goes into your Achilles, okay? So you want to really work through that kind of motion. And I work myself back to what we'd already done. Then I'm going to come back up, see where we're at. I'm at half the class. I'm going to go ahead and match you guys, because I do change my movement patterns if I have my weight vest on. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my vest and bring it over here. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to do some more weight loading. I've got 6 pounds here, okay? This is considered light for me, so you need to pick up what's light for you. So I'm gonna come just right here, see this? And all I do is I put my toe in plantar motion. See that? My dogs are gonna bark here in just a minute because somebody just drove up. It's my teenager lawn guy, okay? See this? See this? So what am I asking you to do? Number one, I'm asking you to have neutral stance. What is a neutral stance? You should be able to say it and do it. Number one, engage your gluteals. Yeah, I surprised you. Number 2, soften up your knees. Just soften them. Don't bend them. Just soften them. Okay? Rib cage goes up. Shoulders go down. And then when I go to this toe point, tap, 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 I am fully loading in a really beneficial way my hip, my knee, my ankles, my feet, and my spine. See this? Keep that knee soft and go a tap, tap, tap. Okay? So that right there is really important to this next move because I'm going to bring these arms right here. These are not heavy, not heavy. I'm going to go through the motions that we're going to be doing. As we do this, see, we're going to go like this. And then at some point, we're going to go like this and step back. Okay. So when you're going to do this single leg tap, okay, you've got to keep cueing yourself for your posture line up. All right. That's going to help you be mindful. And you're squeezing your butt. Then we're going to come here, right like that. We're going to come here, right like that. We're going to come right here. And we're going to open with our arms, okay? So any other time I've had you do these, I've had you keep your elbows in. See this? Here, here, here. Elbows are in, elbows are in. Then I'm having you come up here and I'm having you tap, tap. I'm going to come right here. I'm not going to go any higher than the head. No higher than the head. Okay? Then I'm going to open so that the weights are squeezing right above my ear. Yeah, on my head. Keep my tummy tight. Keep my shoulders down. Do that little tap. Do that little tap. Do that little tap. Take a big deep breath. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down. Now hold on. Stay with me now. Okay, you ready? Your wrists are neutral. Stand your ground. Rib cage up. Come just above the head. These are again are lightweight. Okay, depending on you. Then you come to the above the ear and then you come down here. At this point, y'all, you gotta have those shoulder blades together. Now bring them back up. Now the shoulder blades move out. Okay. And now they go up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Then they come down. Then they come down. Get those shoulder blades in. Yeah, get those elbows out. Yeah, take a big deep breath. Woo. And then bring them down. Okay? So now we did pushing up above head. Okay? And now we're going to go into pulling. So do you remember how much time I spent doing a step back? Remember that? All the first part of the class with a weight vest, without a weight vest. Step back. Now I have light weights. And now I'm going to do pulling. So I'm going to keep this one right here. Right here. Put it right here in your pocket. Get your elbow in. You got it? So make sure of that first. Step back. And now I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to go down as far as I feel I can with that knee pushing down. And I'm going to pull. See that? And I'm going to go down. And I'm going to pull. And you want to try to really hip hinge. So go to the toe and back. Go down as far as you can. So I can already hear somebody saying, well, how far am I supposed to go? And I'm going to say, well, how far can you go? So see, it all depends. A lot of stuff with fitness and nutrition, it's not one thing. It depends on you. Okay, so if you're doing it properly, you're going to get a little turn in your body. You're going to go down as far as you can. You can go down and tap on the floor. But here's the deal. If you do this, and the lower you go, the more you round your back, then I would say you have to stop. until you get your posture correct. So here I go. Heel comes up and back. I'm going down, 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 tap, and come up. I did not round my back. Okay, you got it? Then I'm going to come up. Take a big deep breath. Again, these are light weights for me. And I'm going to step back, then into that backward lunge that we've already practiced, right? First things first. Say rib cage up, elbow comes in. I'm putting this right here in my pocket. See that? Now I'm going to bend the back knee. Keep my chin tucked. Do not crane your neck out. Keep your chin tucked. Bend the back knee. Hip hinge. Come down. Come down. Come down with that knee as far as you can. And you're going to come down as far as you can. You may get to just your knee. See, right here. That may be it for you. Great. We're going to do it with heavier weight here in just a minute. Great. See, do this. But you're in really good postural lineup. And when you come up, guess what's shoving you up? Yes, you're pulling with your arm, but you're pushing with your leg. So you're coming down with the knee in the back. When you come up, you're driving through that front leg. Put that heel down. Here we go. Go down as far as you feel you can. Don't wobble that knee. Push. And the biggest ace in the hole on this move, don't round your back. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Pull and back. Okay? Now, put them down. Big deep breaths. And I'm going to change my weights. Okay? Changing my weights. So what am I going to do? Okay. You're going to go up a little heavier. I can't say because I don't know what's a little heavier for you. I can tell you what I'm picking up. So I had light weights, and I want to be in a medium range for me. So what's a medium range of a pickup of something you're going to pick up? Think about your task in your day. Just think about it. What do you pick up on a regular basis? Are you a gardener? I put those on here just for a minute because I want you to recover a little bit. Shake out your hands. I want you to think, what do I want to do in life? Do I want to be able to pick up 9 pounds? Do I want to be able to bend over? And I shouldn't say bend over. I should say reach over because I don't want you to bend your back. See, I want you to bend in your legs, in your hip. Yeah, just like that. I want to be able to do that and pick up 9 pounds. A bag of shoes. That's for Nancy. I don't know if Nancy's on today. No, I'm sorry, Nancy. It's just, I find it's just easy, see. You take it well. You're a sport. Okay. I'm trying to be real with y'all. I picked up, for instance, 12 pounds because I want to be able to shove 12 pounds around in a wheelbarrow. I want to be able to do stuff like that. Okay? I want to be able to, be stronger when I'm out on a hike with my kids. This will help me do that. So here I go. I'm going to take one leg forward. All right? I'm going to bend that back knee. I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to come back. And I did them with both. I'm going to do just with one in just a second, but I wanted to see where that weight loading was really pushing me. Okay? So I'll tell you where it should push you. When you come down even to here and you push up using that front leg, that's where you should feel it. In your gluteal and in your quad right here. If you're not rounding your back, you won't feel any of this in your leg if you're rounding your back. See, I'm coming down, so I got to keep my shoulders, even though they're moving forward, I still keep them anchored down. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that one in my pocket. Okay, this one, because it's gonna go this way. So the leg that's forward, you just put this in your pocket. I'm gonna go down, 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 and pull and push up, okay? So here I am, I'm gonna pull my arm, but I'm pushing with my leg. So all the way down, push, pull. See that? Take a big breath, keep your chin tucked. Come down as far as you can. Push and pull. So this is a classic because it is a push and a pull action, which is all you do all day long. If you want to keep your independence, I will say that. If you don't care anything about your independence, then, you won't be interested in this. Okay, come back. Take a big deep breath. Now the other leg goes forward. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my pocket right here because I'm gonna go down and push back up. See that? And if you're too narrow in your stance, it will be very difficult to come down very low without rounding your back or doing some weird little move with your legs. So here this is in my pocket right here. So I keep my shoulders down. I'm gonna go into my lunge. So I'm pushing, 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 and I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna really think, how do I put the pressure in the front leg? I gotta push, push, pull. Yes. Big breath, push that front leg, and then pull back. Here we go, breath, keep your shoulders down, push, then pull. Two more, we got it. Push with the front leg, front leg, front leg. Pull that arm back. Here we go, one more. Push and pull. Yes. Okay. We got nice weight here. I have my chair here. My little balance pad is there. So I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna put these weights right here in the front as I go to a seated position. Okie dokie. My legs are as wide as the chair. Big breath, drop your shoulders. And hip hinge forward right now is when you want to push into the heels. So right now, you drop your shoulders, take a breath, brace, heels, 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 heels. Don't come up. Yeah, that's right. I didn't come up, did I? I fooled you. You're in your heels. Go tap, come back up. And see, this isn't very far. Because why? Because I have my pad, my balance pad on my chair. So this isn't much. But when you put it with the other stuff that we did, this right here, you should be burning through your quads right now. Right now. Big breath. Big breath. Just two more, just two more. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. And come up. Woo! Should be shaking a little. Okay. Here we go. Come back down. Come back down, come back down. Yay. All right. So we push the legs pretty good. And all we did was use a backward lunge move and some sit to stand moves. Single leg standing. Okay. I got 12 pounds. You can have whatever is a moderate weight for you, a medium weight, so it doesn't hurt a joint or whatever. So now we're going to do some of the same moves that we did standing right here. So I'm going to go right here from my knee, and I want to encourage you to get a pretty good weight. Okay. Then the first thing you do is take a breath. Second thing you do is drop your shoulders. Third thing you do is say rib cage up. And then listen carefully. You don't lean in. Now I want you to lean back a tiny bit. Okay, with your rib cage up. Big breath again. Open the hip. Okay, drop your shoulders. Brace. Pull one medium weight here. Pull the other medium weight right here. Stay open. And then bring them both down. Big breath. And go ahead and rest. Now, if you want to keep going and you don't want to rest, great. But I would encourage you to take a look at your form. So don't go so fast because you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do this baby stuff. This baby stuff is very important, especially if you've had joint issues and or you have joints replaced and or you have arthritis. Open, drop your shoulders, take a breath, come in, both together now. Bring it down, but don't land it. Bring it back. Take a breath. Open. Come down, but don't land the weight. Breath. Here we go. Exhale. Right there. Here we go. Back. Okay. Take a big breath. Open at the hip. Brace. Exhale. Don't land it. Right there. Right there. Breath. 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 Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now put them down. Take a breath. I know you love that one. You can accomplish an overload, especially for your arms, with your free weights at a moderate or a medium weight. So I say for me, I start getting heavier at 15 and 18, but here's the deal. If you do this and you try to lift these weights and it's way too heavy, then you want to get a weight that you can actually pull one up, then pull the other up, then hang on to them and come right here. So right now, when you're in this position, with your elbows in, and you're hanging on to this heavier weight, you're breathing, man, is your core and your spine doing a job. So I'm telling you, you can do this stuff, but you gotta kind of be encouraged to do it, right? Like most of us slugs. Okay, so we've done the putting down, right? Now we're gonna do pull up. Now we're gonna push. Okay, now we're gonna push, and I'm not gonna go way up. I'm gonna go on my shoulders. I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna come right back down. So I'm doing a lot of the moves that we did at the first part of the class, okay? But I'm not going up nearly as far with a heavier weight. Breath for a reason. Yeah, I have lots of people, myself included, that have had, shoulder injuries. And above the head, lifting, whereas it's a very natural, normal move, I don't want to do it with a super heavy weight, okay? Take a big breath. Yes, through your nose. Yes. Now we're going to do some body weight, and then we're going to come right back to this. So I'm going to take these right out here. I'm going to put one here, put one here. Okay? Big breath. Yes. I'm going to lead the core. Okay? I'm going to hip hinge. My feet are open. When I go to stand up, I may not want to do this if I'm in church or if I'm in a meeting or a board meeting or whatever. Put your hands right here or just hover above your legs. Push your butt back. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Exhale. You will get up without cracking or straining your knees. That's the whole point, is moving without hurting joints. And it could be that with me in this class. You could describe my class that way. Some real loading without hurting your joints. Okay, I'm using the little pad. Now I'm going to do body load. And typically, if I was working with you individually, this is where I might put your weight vest back on. If I'm interested in muscle and bone density. However, we got to move first. So I'm going to put my fist here and then my palms. Some of you have some real problems with joints in your hands. So I like to encourage people to use an open hand, okay, if they can. Then I'm going to hold right here and I'm going to go back and back, but I'm not going to be in a plank, okay? And I'm going to go back from there and back from there. So see, I'm working myself into a plank. I'm keeping my tummy tucked. Act like I'm poking at your tummy. Now, right now, very important. Right now, do not lock your elbows. Do drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Act like I'm poking your belly. Squeeze your butt right now. Big breath, hold, big breath, hold, then bring those toes right back in, okay? Now bend the elbows. Now you're on your elbows on the chair. Drop the shoulders. Now work yourself back into that plank. Keep your tummy super tucked. Keep your shoulders down. Take a big breath. Squeeze your rear end really tight right now. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Now step in, put your hand, come up, step forward, put your hands right back here, tighten your tummy just a tiny bit, just to support your back. And now push those hips forward until your knees touch the edge of the chair, right there. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Take a big deep breath. Come back out of it. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up my weights again, okay? And there they are, right there in front of me. And I want you to use this, or if you have a stool that's made specifically to step on, that's fine. But I would rather you, or the end of a stair. But see, normally you're not where you can see it. So I'm showing you something that I would love to have you do when we're off next week. And I'm going to show you what it is. So I'm going to pretend that I'm using just this. So this is 2 inches, right? So I'm going to put that right there. Okay. See? Now I'm going to get my weights here in just a minute. I have a counter here. It could be a wall. It could be a stairwell. I will step up, and I will step down. Okay? Now, I don't suggest that you put this on a stair. I'm doing it so that you understand, and I'll push it over here. I'm going to step up 8 inches. You're going to step up 2 inches. So you're going to use that. I'm going to use this step. I want to show you something. This is how you want to slow down the way you step. You can do every bit of the things I'm doing right now on the bottom step of your stairs. Don't do it at the top. That's a long way to fall. Go to the bottom step. Put your hand on the rail. Step, tap, come down. And then come up. Tap, come down. And here's the problem. People start going way too fast. So one of the best ways I know of to help you with this is to add weights. So You could do one weight at a time. If you want to hang on to something for safety, I would encourage that. That's number one. Number two, get a weight vest. Put a backpack on you. How hard can that be? Load up a backpack, put it on you, do this for 5 to 10 minutes. So here's my weight. Here's my, so that my hand can hold, because I always want to be safe. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come up, and you could put your weight right up here. See, you can put it right on your shoulders. You're going to step, tap, come down. Step, tap, come down. So here's the deal. When you step up, some of you, because of pain in your knees, your hips, your back, whatever, you make little adjustments. So what I'm saying is you need to be very mindful of how and in what position you put your knee when you're coming up. Okay, and then stay on one leg, bring this heel up, come down. And I want you to really hesitate, okay? So as you're coming down, keep your back extended, keep your hip hinge, really limit your knee wobble. Try not to wobble that front knee, okay? And if you can get to where you can do that right there, that leg press with a little bit of added weight, I'm going to change it now because I'm trying to mimic what you're doing. I'm going to go this way so you can see me. Okay, here's my stool, here's my this, here's my this. Okay, and I did it with this leg up. So now I'm going to come up, watch the knee wobble, rib cage up. Okay, big breath, yeah, step, okay. Then you're going to come down, and then you're going to come right back up. See the weight? Okay, rib cage up, drop your shoulders, big breath, exhale. So don't go fast. Think about what you're doing, coming in with the knee, going out with the knee, wobbling it. You want to minimize that, okay? It's going to go out over the knee a bit. That's okay. Take a breath. Squeeze through the butt. Squeeze with your whole leg musculature right there. So what I did in the whole first part of this class was I did things that would create mobility with strength gains, okay? But I wanted to be mobile. And I wanted to pre-fatigue your leg. And if you have done this whole class with me and you've, tried to pick some weights that were challenging and you're thinking about your positioning and you're not going too fast, take a breath. You should be shaking a little tiny bit, a little trembly. That's what I'm wanting. That's when I know that those muscles have to get stronger because they are noticing that, hey, this is much heavier than it normally is when this old girl does this kind of move, okay? And then you don't go faster on this. You do one more. Then you take a break and you come over and you do a plank. Then you come back and you do the next set. Okay? So I'm under no delusions that you're going to do this all by yourself. Some of you will. Kathy will, I know. Kay always does it. Okay. I digress. However, if you just pulled this up and just said, you know what? I'm going to get to where I can do 5 sets of 5. Take a break after every 5. I'm going to do it on this leg, then this leg, then this leg, then this leg. You see what I'm saying? And you get to where you achieve an overload. All right, big breath. Final move. We're going to come right here. Step in. Since we use this move to do a lot of lifting and moving, we're going to use it to end and stretch with. So now I'm going to keep the knee bent, and I'm going to really push through that heel. Okay, I'm going to drop the shoulders, drop my chin, bend my knee, and then straighten it. Bend my knee, and then straighten it. Okay, then before I change, I'm going to straighten the front leg. Keep my chin tucked. Bring my toe up. Rotate. Really stretch under the foot all the way through the calf. Really push. Okay? Then I rotate and I switch. So I'm going to bring my front leg all the way up here. I'm going to push. I'm going to put that heel down and back. Take a big deep breath. I'm going to bend the back knee, go into the soleus. Then I'm going to push it straight and go into the calf. Okay, so it will change the muscles, and it will directly affect, as you change your positioning, the muscles controlling your ankle, your plantar fascia, and you just do it gently a couple times. Then you straighten that front leg, keep your shoulders down, pull that toe back. Take a big breath, pull that toe back, really let it stretch, then rotate back in, step forward, come right to here, go into a T, turn, drop your shoulders, soften your knees, go up into a Y, right there, and bring the hands back. See, when you're in that Y, some of you might need to get against a wall because you got to bring those hands back, okay? Even if you have to soften your elbows a little bit, that's okay. Then you come into a W. So you're right here. You want to be able to tap your shoulders in the W. Keep your chin tucked and then walk around like that. I hope you're laughing. Anyway, you did a good job. Have a good 4th.